Hey guys, welcome to my channel. In the last video, we got ourselves familiarized with the software interface and we learned how to set units in our drawing. And now it's time to draw. So the easiest thing to draw in this software is a line. So let's draw a line. So how we do that is by going over to the draw panel, and the first command over here is line. So I can just select that and come back to the model space. Alternatively, you can just select the keyboard shortcut for it. So I'm just going to press escape to come out of it. And now I'm going to, on my keyboard, press L, and then you'll see AutoCAD will prompt a list of commands, and the first one on that list is line. So I'm just going to press enter, and now once again I have the line command activated. Now next, if you see down over here in the command box, it is saying line specify first point. So AutoCAD is saying that you need to specify the first point of your line, and this is how AutoCAD is going to communicate with you. Is it's going to tell you what to do over here in the command box. Let's click on any point right now. So I'm going to click here, and now it's asking, if you look back at the command line, it's asking specify next point or undo. So let's specify a different point. Let's click here. It's asking specify next point again. So it's saying that you can continue drawing the line. So I'm going to click here and here, and AutoCAD is absolutely fine with you continuing to draw all of these lines. Now, but then at some point you have to stop. I'm just going to click at another point, and now how I come out of this is I press enter, and AutoCAD has completed drawing my lines for me. Now if I want to select any of these lines, I just have to go near the line, hover over it, and if you see, the line will get highlighted. So I just click on it and it will select the line. If you want to select another line, go to a different line and hover over it, it will highlight it, and once you're sure, click on it. And this way you can select multiple lines. Now if I want to deselect them, I can just press escape on my keyboard. Now what if I want to select multiple lines together? What I can do is I can click on any point and then drag my mouse to the right side, which will, if you remember from the last video, make a blue region. This allows us to select multiple lines. As you can see right now, I'm going to click at this point again. There you go. Multiple lines have been selected. Now press escape. If you remembered in the last video, I also spoke about how if you click and drag your mouse to the left side, it will create a green region or a green rectangle, and that also allows you to select. So I'm going to do that. I'll click here and I'll drag my mouse to the left, and if you see, it's also selecting lines. However, if you notice, I do not need to go over the line completely to have it selected. All I need to do is come in slight contact with it, and the cursor will consider it a selection. So I'm just going to click at this point, and if you notice, it has also selected this line here, even though I had not gone over that line completely with my green region box. So the main basic difference between the blue region and the green region, or the selection that you make by moving the mouse left or right, is that in the blue region you need to go over the object completely for it to be selected, whereas once you are in the green region, you just need to come in contact with the object and it will make that selection for you. Now let's get rid of this. So how I'm going to do that is I'm going to select all of these lines, and now I'm just going to press delete on my keyboard, or alternatively you can select all of the lines and on your keyboard type erase. So just put ERA and AutoCAD will find the command for you, and you can just press enter or just click on the command and it will ask you to select the objects and then you can just delete it. Or if you have selected the objects, it will just delete it. Press escape to come out of the command. Now let's learn how we can draw a different type of line. This time I'm going to press L, enter. I'm going to click on any point and I am say I am sure of how long I want this line to be. If you can see, what's happening is AutoCAD is tracing how long the line I'm drawing with my mouse crosshair, and right now it's hovering on 99.49. So if I keep extending my mouse, it's also going to tell me the distance that it is covering. So what if I keep my mouse as is? So I'll just leave my mouse and I'm just going to type on my keyboard 150 and I press enter. So now what AutoCAD has done is it has considered that the angle that I have traced with my mouse to be a definitive angle, and it has along that angle just drawn a line of 150 units. So I'm just going to press escape now, and if you see, this is a line that it has drawn in the angle that I have traced into 150 units, not degrees. I'm going to escape and I'm going to select it and I'm going to delete it now. Now let's learn how to draw a line in 90-degree angles. So I'm going to press L, enter, and now I'm going to click on a point, and if you see, it's very difficult for me to know what is a 90-degree angle in this stage. So what I'll do is I can on my keyboard press F8 function button, or alternatively I can come over here to the status bar and you can see this right angle degree symbol. I can just click on it, and what it does, it makes your mouse cursor restricted in either the horizontal axis or the vertical axis. So now I can just drag my mouse anyway and it's just going to draw the horizontal direction, and if I drag it up, it's going to draw in the vertical direction. So I'm just going to place the mouse in this direction and I'm going to type 200 and press enter. So now it has drawn a line in that direction for 200. I'm going to take the mouse up and say 50, enter, and it has done exactly that. I'm going to move it to the left. I'm going to press 100, enter. I'm going to go up, press 50, enter. Now I'm going to press 150, and now I'm going to go down again by 50, enter, 50, enter, and now I can just close the line. It will still continue to draw lines, so I can just press escape on my keyboard. So this is how easily we can draw lines at right angle degrees. If you notice, auto mode is for drawing lines at 90-degree angles. So I'm going to select all of this now. I'm going to press delete. Now let's talk about polylines. We can select a polyline by coming here in the draw panel and going to the second command. It says polyline over there, so just select it. Or alternatively, you can on your keyboard press PL and enter, and now it's telling you that it's ready to start drawing your polyline. So I'm going to select at any point, and I notice that my auto mode is on because I can only draw in right angles. So I'm going to press F8 on my keyboard and deactivate it. You can also do the same by disabling the auto mode on your status bar. So now I'm just going to select another point and then it's going to ask me if I want to keep drawing points. So I'm just going to do that. I'm going to select a different point here, one more, and I'm going to go back to the original point and click on it, and now I'm going to press escape. Now the difference between a line and the polyline is going to become very apparent now. Is when you hover over the polyline and try to select it, it has selected all of the lines. So the basic distinction between a polyline and a line is that a polyline is a continuous series of lines or a chain of lines that are joined together, whereas lines, when you draw them in comparison, are still individual elements that you can select. Now, what if you want to turn this polyline into a line? So we can do that by exploding this polyline. So I'm going to select the polyline and I'm going to press E, X, P, L. And if you see here, I can select the option explode. So what this does is it has broken up my polylines into individual lines. So it allows me to select each line individually. Say I want to select this line and this line, I can do it now. Now say you made a mistake and you regret exploding the polyline. How you can rectify it is by just pressing Ctrl Z on your keyboard, and you can see it's back to a polyline. And this is helpful when you have done the command recently and it's fresh in AutoCAD's memory, so you can remember what is the last command you did. So pressing Ctrl Z makes sense. However, if it's mixed up a lot of other commands, or if you have already made drawn lines and you want to turn them into a polyline, then what we can do is, but first before showing that, I'm going to explode this. So I'll press X, also allows you to explode, so you can just select that. Now you can see they are all individual lines. Now if I want to put them together as a polyline again, I can just select all of these lines and I can press J for join and I can press enter. Now you see it's back to a polyline. So this is how you can break or join polylines into lines. I'm just going to escape right now. So this feature of the polyline is useful. So this feature of the polyline is super convenient when it comes to selection, because when you hover over one part of the line, it selects the entire line. Okay, so I'm going to select this polyline again and I'm going to delete it. This time I'm going to press erase on my keyboard, ERA, and I'm going to press enter, so that erases it. Let's show you how to draw a different kind of a polyline. So I'm going to click on PL on my keyboard, allows me to select polyline, click on any point. Now if you see in the command box down here, it's saying you can draw an arc, half width, length, undo, width. So let's press A for the first option, arc, and let's see what that helps us do. So I have just drawn the first line as a polyline. Now I'm going to press A and I'm going to press enter. So it's going to allow me to draw an arc as the next segment of my polyline. So I'm just going to select it a different place. And I can keep going like this. Now how I can go back into a line drawing mode is, if you see in the command box under line, L is highlighted in the word line. So I'll just press L on my keyboard and enter, and now it has gone back to drawing as lines. And I can just close the polyline by clicking on the origin and escape. Now it has created a polyline with arcs and lines. So this is another feature of the polyline, is while you're drawing them, you can go into this arc mode. And there are several other features of a polyline that we will come across during our course. So that's it for the video for today. I hope you learned something. Hit like, subscribe, or comment if you have some suggestions or you have some queries that you would like me to answer.